You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Before You Depart. So y'all, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel. Y'all get permanent access to our community Discord server, and full access to our upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. And the first one we're going to be putting up is Yuichi and Shoichi's first night together, fully uncensored and fully voice acted by me. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you are up. And let's go. Y'all, keep in mind, this game is really, really heavy. So, yeah. Yeesh. No. I shoved Memento aside. You can't do this to me! I'm well and truly sorry, Mori, but there's nothing you can do. Fuck you! Oh, Jesus. That is definitely some wild-looking art. I ran. Without a body or energy to waste, I could run as fast as I wanted, never slow down. The world was a blur, a blitz of color and light. No, he can't do this to me. It can't end this way. The life I left nothing behind but regret and suffering. I don't deserve any of this. Just please, let me exist. Mori, you can't run. His voice came from all directions. I couldn't tell where from. All I could do was keep running. Get away from me! Oh. I twisted around and dashed the other way. There has to be somewhere. Mori, please. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Stop following me. I have to run. Somewhere that's safe. He's behind me. I can feel it. The pedals, they dance in the corner of my vision. I have to run. I have to get out of here. I have to escape. Please, God. Ugh. Wow, that is horrifying. Stop! Stop this at once! I told you, there was no outrunning me. This goes no further. Do you understand? Why? Why does it have to be like this? It's just how it is. It's time. It was pure silence. Not a hushed murmur, but rather total, engulfing, absolute silence. The water was so still it looked solid. There was no wind to brush the flowers that dotted the landscape. No sounds of birds chirping or insects buzzing. Memento offered his paw, and I took it. We walked closer to the wall. It was soft, yet I felt as though no force on earth could sever its grasp. The boards were silent as we strode across. Not even the faintest thumping of wood. Silence. It was pure silence. Memento turned to me and sighed. Well, my friend, this is it. I approached the wall, brushed my hand against the petals. They danced around the tips of my fingers, but I couldn't feel them. I retracted my hand and the petals receded in a splash of red. Looking up, the wall extended far, far into the sky. At both sides, they stretched beyond the horizon towards infinity. You may have a seat here. You can take as long as you'd like. Thank you. Well, yeah. I took a seat on the bench nearby and simply watched the petals ripple across the wall. I've had those who spent hours just staring. Time doesn't move here. It's quite beautiful, is it not? Memento, tell me. Yes? When the last organism dies, what becomes of you? Eventually, all life in the universe will be extinguished at some point, yes? When the universe collapses in on itself, heat death, I believe it's called. I've never given that much thought. I suppose then we Reapers may disappear as well. And what of before? Where were you before life first sprung from carbon? Memento approached the flowers and gently produced a long, gorgeous lily from it. Its petals radiate in the deepest, most brilliant red. Its stem lithe like a silk scarf, encircled his finger. Memento placed the flower in my lap. Where were you before you were born, Mori? Do you recall that? He said, staring back at me with a distant expression. You've shown me a lot, Mori, more than I could have ever hoped for. I know none of this is easy, but let me impart some perspective that may comfort you. Perhaps that may help you to accept what's to come. Taking out water time. Really good music. Yeah, y'all who worked on this game, y'all did fantastic work on everything. Music is great. Memento sat right beside me and tenderly placed a paw on my shoulder. You went through eternity once. What's another one to you? Well, life is just an impossibly thin line between two forevers. But relative to that line, the experience varies wildly. Some get to be wealthy beyond their wildest dreams, to control and shape the world and be written into the annals of time, remembered and celebrated for generations. Others, well, die in their 30s, miserable, alone, and forgotten. We all end up in the same place. We all come from the same place, but that thin line will always be unequal. Some just get to be happier, and that's it. So why couldn't I have been happy? It's so unfair. Memento stood silently and stared into the wall. And perhaps it is. Perhaps that inequality is just a fundamental truth of the universe. Just as I am. I stood up and faced the wall. I think I'm ready. Are you sure? There's still time to... Memento. Please. Memento bit his lip in a bitter expression before stepping aside, allowing me to approach. Time felt as though it had slowed to a crawl. 1 step, 2 step, 3. My nose was now grazing the petals of the wall. They danced and flickered in and out, as if assuring me that everything would be fine. That everything would be okay. No smell, no sensation, nothing. I took one last breath and... Wait! I felt a paw seize my hand firmly. Wait, just one moment! Memento? I felt a pair of cool, fuzzy arms wrap around me. I'm sorry, Mori! Was he sobbing? I'm so sorry for everything! That you had to live like that! That you had to die like that! All of this, it's so unfair! Why? Why did you have to suffer? This is all you get in the end? This is all that awaits you and everyone else in this world? I've spent so long detached from you humans. Your lives, a foreign concept, but now, what is this? This feeling inside me. It hurts. It hurts so much. The wolf sobbed deeply into my chest. Memento. He bawled, howls piercing the silence. Why does it have to hurt? I held Memento close and rubbed the back of his head. It sucks, I know. Believe me. I know more than anyone. I hate that it has to end this way, Memento. But you won't remember me. In 1,000 years, I'll just be another one of the bunch. It's okay. I'm not important. No! I don't want to forget you! I don't want to forget anyone! The people I've led here, their smiles, their sorrows. I understand. I understand now the injustice of it all. You and everyone else. I don't want forever. I don't want to change in 1,000 or 1,000,000 years into someone completely different. I don't want to not love anymore. I betrayed your trust. I deceived you. And to lead you here after everything that's happened. He was inconsolable. I've never seen anyone cry so harshly. His voice hoarse with addled wailing and streams of tears that splattered the ground. Just... let me go. And you can forget about this all. Memento, I'm tired. If there's nothingness, then fine. At least it stops. You raised and dashed my hopes, but hey, doesn't matter now, does it? Memento's stare started to calm down and look towards me. I know that I must. He wiped his tears off with his tail and took a deep breath inwards. Mori, if it means anything... Memento drew closer to me. May I ask you one more thing? A second, y'all. It is water time. May I ask you one more thing? Just one more thing. Before you depart. What is it? Can you teach me how to dance? What? Before I knew it, the world melted around me once again. Oh. Oh. This is What? This... We're in space! To my right, galaxies light years away. To my left, planets and moons colored purple, blue, green, and silver danced around brilliant nebulas. It was a tornado of red petals, spinning and swimming like a school of tropical fish through the sea of stars. Memento, where is this? Where the star went. Her home. Her wonderful home. There were no bounds. Nothing keeping me grounded. I twirled around a plume of petals surrounding me. Aww. Memento floated up towards me, flowers now erupting from his tail. He slid a paw on my shoulder, another in hand. Like this? I looked into his eyes, radiating with wonder. One last chance. One final moment. No. Like this. Memento took to the choreography quickly. Our stage, a galaxy. Our audience, the stars. The memories of the waltz returned to me immediately, as though I had just practiced them yesterday. But this time I felt confident, more fluid, more alive than any of my previous performances. Memento and I danced across the cosmos, our gazes locked into each other's. This feeling, my heart, my chest, chills, fluttering, it's all so much. Is this what you humans call romance? Is this love? I simply stared at the wolf and smiled. He was certainly no Fred Astaire. His movements were sloppy, and he wouldn't stop jittering. At one point, Memento tripped over my feet, and we tumbled together in a pool of glimmering stars. The stars were warm, and Memento's body was like a heavy blanket, weighing down on me. Despite the slip-up, neither of us could shake the smiles that were plastered on our faces. We laughed together before Memento picked me up again, and we continued the dance. Why can't we just fade into the stars and dance for all eternity? The waltz must end, Memento. The show must stop. Otherwise, why would we ever cherish it? This one wonderful moment. Together. We progressed into the next step, and the next. The time for the finale was approaching, yet we savored every moment of our dance. As we ramped up to the conclusion, as the final steps approached, it all stopped. Is that it? No. Just one last step. Second now, water time. Oh man, this is beautiful. And what is that? Aww. I can hold your hand if you want. It won't make you disappear too, will it? Memento shook his head. No, nothing can. Thank you, Memento. Thank you for being with me. Memento grinned. It's what I do. It's just how I am. I simply smiled back at him and rested my head on his chest. It was warm. For once, the wolf was actually warm. We both stepped forward and plunged into the flowers. Woo! Doggy. Woo! Wow. Oh, hello there. It's me, Bowser, one of the developers. This story was made for the May Wolf Furry Visual Novel Game Jam. Oh, I didn't know about that. I'll check that out. If you have some time, please check out some of the awesome submissions made by the other developers. The story was created by Team Lycoris. We're 5 passionate visual novel developers who wanted to come together and create a kick-ass story for this game jam. If you liked our story, please go check out the other projects we're working on. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. That's some cool... Oh, my God. That's some awesome-looking art. Holy shit. Cetus is the author of our story. He's also the author and developer for Ico. It's a 90s mecha anime-inspired furry visual novel? Ico. I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay. Oh, okay. What's this? Arcadia drew the art. They're developing, writing, and illustrating for Hearts Faster Than Light. It's a queer furry space opera kinetic novel. Huh. Oh, what's this? Bowser, that's me, did the coding and programming for this project. I'm the author and developer of Chord Progressions. Hey, that's on my playlist. It's a slice-of-life romance VN that focuses on musical themes. Oh, yes! Psychic Connections! Raki made the UI. He's made the graphics for Chord Progressions, Psychic Connections, and Cleaved. Cleaved is a fantasy-inspired romance. Psychic Connections is a slice of life with a supernatural twist. Ironically enough, pretty much everybody on my channel already knows this already. Psychic Connections is pretty much the entire reason why my channel took off. Yep, the first video of Psychic Connections just caused everything from here. So, I have Rook and his entire team to thank for that. Oh, last but not least, we have Kamazul, our musician. He's composed for Distant Travels, a sci-fi drama visual novel. He's also made tracks for Ocean Avenue, a slice-of-life sports visual novel. Oh, another one similar to Tennis Ace. Okay. A quick special thanks to Miro, Yowie, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Yow, is that it? Okay, yeah, alright. And Radium for being our test audience and giving us feedback. If you'd like to give us feedback, we'd love to see your comments on our itch.io page. While you're there, please take a moment to give our game an honest rating. Ratings greatly boost our analytics and make our project visible to more people. Thank you for taking the time to enjoy our art. This is a passion project that took a ton of time and effort, and we're all incredibly proud of what we made. Please take a moment to tell someone you care about that you love them today. You never know when they'll be gone. Take care, everyone. Alright, y'all. I have finally finished Before You Depart. That was a very appropriate ending. I very much enjoyed it. Everything is very up in the air still, because not even the Reapers know what happens after death. To even them, that is a great unknown. So I really liked that. There were no definitive answers. It's just a system that's in place since time immemorial. It's just something that is. And as surely as we all live and die, the stars will all eventually burn out, and the heat death of the universe will commence, and from that heat death, another universe will likely be born. So, as death begets life, life begets death, it's an endless cycle of rebirth. Really like this game. This game really, really made you wonder. Very philosophical. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please check out this game. Support the devs. They deserve it. They've done a fantastic job. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks, or tip if you can, it always helps. Don't forget to check out our Patreon, y'all. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!